Happy Yom Kippur, gang. What's going on? Welcome back to your favorite solo podcast, Unremarkable. Guys, another Weekends with Dad, Yom Kippur style. Dun, 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 dun. You get it. I, of course, am your humble host, your favorite little guy, your drinking pal, Goose. Gonzo Gaspacho on all the socials. Unremarkable.pod everywhere that you can find it. Unremarkable Podcast, YouTube, Spotify. Let us know if there's any platforms that we're missing, guys. Let us know. That's not where I get my ASMR videos. That's not where I get my pornography. That's not where I get, and we'll put it up. We will put it up because we care. We care. I'm sorry. We're celebrating Yom Kippur. I am sorry. If there was anything that I had done, listen, this episode is about forgiveness. First of all, it's Sober October. Firstly. Second can come Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur can come second. It's not that serious. Okay? Sober October. We are not filming in October. I will have you know. So Dad's having a little buzzball. But I also got something that's non-alcoholic over here on my right. This will be gone in a second. Okay? Do as I say, not as I do. Okay? In November, listen, in November, we're going to have an episode in the beginning of there that doesn't have a drink, that I don't have an alcoholic beverage. And you're going to go, but Goose. And I'll go, remember? Do you remember when I said? And you go, right. I'm sorry. Then you can say you're sorry. But this is about my tragic sins over this past year. This is about what I've done wrong. I am sorry for any kind of damage I may have caused. Okay? Very prominent, very celebrated Jewish holiday. The Jays love this one. This is, I think, their biggest one besides Hanukkah. Let's be real. You can say you celebrate Christmas for one thing, but having your buddies buy you stuff is nice. Okay? And I think that's an all around the board. Did I say that about the Jays? I'm saying that about everybody. We all fall victim to consumerism. Okay? We all fall victim. All right? To running up a bill on DoorDash and ordering through the Amazons, and you wanted to see one of them drones come flying. You didn't even really need anything that day. You were just like, I want to see it come out. I'm gonna buy a car battery. I'm gonna buy a car battery and have it fly it down from the AutoZone. Did you see that video? There was a video of a car battery going through the windshield of a car of a woman that just put her baby in the backseat. Yom Kippur, man. This is about atonement. That's a word. This is about the reconciliation for our sins throughout the year. I am sorry, in particular, I am sorry to Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I am sorry to Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I'm sorry to Danny Masterson. Not you, JoJo. What JoJo Siwa did is irredeemable. What Gypsy Rose Blanchard and Danny Masterson did, smack on the wrist. Okay? I'm sorry. Gypsy, Danny, bottom of my heart, dog. I'm sorry. Not you, JoJo. What you did, whoa, man. What you did, I haven't come back from. Okay? I have not yet bounced back from what JoJo Siwa did. Scientology be damned. I'm sorry, Danny. Sorry, Danny. I think Danny's the man. I do. I think Danny is the man. I think JoJo is going to burn in eternity. For I think JoJo is doomed. Raspy. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Raspy and cringy. I mean, just the worst of the worst, JoJo.
The duo album.
I mean, huh? The what?
The duo album.
What's the duo album?
I don't know. Raspy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm not listening to any shit she puts out. I've put up with JoJo enough. Okay. I'm not listening to any music she puts out. I thank God I haven't seen anything JoJo has put out. I just see her on like TMZ because I have to pay attention to these things because of you, for you guys. This is what I do for you. This is my service to you. Okay? I'm going to have a little buzzball. God. All right. Take her off the screen entirely because I'm going to get riled up early. I'm going to get upset. Ah, Jesus, man. Yeah. All right. So listen, Sober October. Yom Kippur is a great way to start Sober October. That's real. That's me being real. That's a great way. Listen, you just came down off your acid trip. You had a weird ending to the weekend. You thought it was just going to be like wind down and sober up and whatever have you. I don't know if you've ever done acid. That is not how that goes, my friend. That is not how that goes. You're starting to rethink your life after acid. You're starting to go, I don't think this comedy thing's my thing. I think I'm a little more serious now. I think I'm just a little bit more human, I think. And then a few days pass by and you're like, oh, right. Tylenol making people autistic and you know, teen pregnancy is actually hilarious. I'm an American after all. Yom Kippur. Go back to Yom Kippur. We got fasting as part of Yom Kippur, fasting and abstinence. What is the November? It's November. No, not November. Yeah. Okay. So you know what? Listen. Hey, you could just like do most of October abstinent. Because once the Halloween's rolls around, okay, and you get invited to your buddy Terrence's house party because he's doing a costume party. He invited too many white women. His stepdad's around. His stepdad knows where to get good coke. So those white women are there. Those white women are there. They wouldn't miss it. They wouldn't miss it for the world. They miss their kid's soccer game, you know? I mean, she's a junior. You would think she's a little bit more responsible than that. She's a junior in high school. Nah, she misses her kid's soccer games all the time. This kid, I'm telling you. But this is for the teens, by the way. Hey, if you're over 18, don't. Synagogue serve. Well, we're going to skip that. Repentance. Holidays are a time for introspection where individuals reflect on their actions and make resolutions to do better in the coming year. Well, you know, you could do that at any time. You could do that at any time. We're all in agreement, right, about how most of our holidays are consumer-based bullshit, right? How far into the episode are we? Am I going to be able to edit this out quickly or not? I don't know if we're 5 minutes in. I've already said plenty. Introspection, man, you can have that at any point in the year. You can have that at any point in the year. We are very well aware. I like to have a little bit more faith in Americans than most people do. You understand, right, that Valentine's Day, you could be doing anything romantic for your partner any other day. By the way, if you do, here's a life hack. I love that take that I had heard. Life hacks were made up by white people just struggling in poverty. They've never had to deal with poverty before, so they came up with life hacks where they put two sponges together and then put a fucking rubber glove over it and whatever. Life hacks. Well, I can't afford though. I don't know why the fleshlight's so fucking expensive, dude. Comes with that powder. I ran out of powder within the first month, dude. I've had a fleshlight. I know how they work. All right. Guess what I didn't do? I didn't buy any more of that powder from Fleshlight. I threw it away. My buddy wanted it. I didn't give it to him. Shout out Felix Johnson, everybody. Can I have it? What a fuck. It's the buzzball. It's hitting. Atonement. The word atonement, can you... It means to put things right, and on Yom Kippur, people seek to do just that by making amends and asking for forgiveness. Well, this isn't My Name is Earl. Maybe you don't have to do that. I don't know if the Jays are aware, but in America, we can celebrate holidays halfway. We can meet you halfway and go, that was enough. That was enough. Community. Yom Kippur is a communal experience where people come together and reflect and seek reconciliation. That's just atonement. That's just atonement. Shofar, a holiday. Shofar is another holiday. The holiday includes with the sounding of a ritual. Oh, we're not doing all that shit. Listen, I live in El Paso. There's plenty of horns a playing, okay? I don't need any other kind of horns playing. I love the horns, by the way. Shout out our producer. I love the horns. The horns are fine. I got no problem with the horns. A shofar. Yeah, that's a fucking J instrument for sure, dude. Look at that fucking thing. They bought it. I mean, they didn't hunt an animal down for it. They bought that. You got the goofy hat silhouette and everything. That's awesome. I love that. Give me that one. No. I tell you what, we're not doing is playing that. I'll get my ass kicked in El Paso for playing a shofar. A shofar? Sounds like a fucking Disney character. The still small voice of the shofar. That doesn't look like it's making a lot of noise. That doesn't look like it's making a whole lot of noise. Which definitely screams Jewish instrument. Where they go, geez, can you... I mean, my walls of paper thin, can you just, turn it down just a smidge? And they go, yeah, we'll add a few inches to the horn. I'm working on my Jew. I'm working on my Jew voice. The Book of Life. No. All right, we're done with books. I think we're all done with books. I'm pretty sure not very many people are well read. Not those kind of books. Those kind of books are fine. But the books that do the whole thing, all those books. Listen, any book could be stating a fact, okay? If you believe. All right? Anything is powerful enough if you believe. All right? Which is why I'm hoping throughout October I can make myself autistic. I'm going to be microdosing Tylenol. I'm going to be microdosing Tylenol. And by the way, I got rabies over the past weekend. So Tylenol kind of helps a lot. I am not going to be getting the last shots. I got bit by a bat. I'm not going to be getting the last shots. Pray for me. Bless. Okay? I'm not going to be getting the last shots. Fuck you, United Healthcare. Shout out my boy Luigi. I understand entirely. They wanted $1,500 out of me for those last 3 shots. They're trying to kill me. Now I can say Albuquerque tried to kill me. Okay? Fuck Albuquerque. Fuck United Healthcare. Fuck bats. More so than anybody. No, bats come in second. United Healthcare coming in first. Albuquerque coming in like 2.5. Because fuck Albuquerque really hard. Like as hard as I can. Fuck Albuquerque. Still book me. Love it when you do that. The Lobo Theater, I've done that. I've done a couple of your places. They're real nice when you fill out the joint. Not my fault. Yom Kippur ritual focuses on atonement, featuring a 25-hour fast and abstaining from bathing, anointing, sexual relations, and wearing of leather shoes. You people are so zany. You people are so fucking silly. What is anointing? Define anointing for me. A 25-hour fast, fine. That's fucking chump change, bruh. That's pussy shit. Abstaining from bathing, you're gross. What? Please tell me. What book is convincing you to not bathe for a day? Seriously, I'm being for real. Does it make you feel more holy? Anointing is a ritual act of rubbing or pouring oil on a person or object, primarily to symbolize consecration. How do you say that word? Consecration and divine empowerment in religious context. In biblical tradition, it was used to appoint kings, priests, prophets, and it continues to be practiced in some Christian traditions. Not here in America. Maybe at the church, but we don't have kings and prophets and princes and bullshit like that. Okay, we got cool things in America like dictators. We got cool things in America. We're not doing pussy shit like kings. All right, he doesn't need to pull a sword out of a stone. Okay, he just fires Jimmy Kimmel. I don't need to tell you that's gay. That's gay. Anointing with oils, lotions, and perfumes is forbidden as one of the 5 afflictions of abstentions observed on the Day of Atonement, which also includes fasting, bathing, wearing leather, and sexual relations. So don't wear any boy. You know what, dude? If this celebration would get you kicked out of black church, I'm not into it. I'll tell you that right now. Okay? The only thing that I had seen at first about Yom Kippur was saying sorry. Do-over. Right? You get to do the year over. Sorry I was an ass last year. I'm going to do it again, but I'll say I'm sorry. It's just like Catholicism. It sounds just fucking like Catholicism. Purpose to achieve more spiritual state by foregoing physical comforts and luxuries, making one feel like an angel. Gross. What's forbidden? Applying oils, lotions, creams. If black people feel like angels, bro, rub on me, dog. I want to feel that cocoa butter skin, bruh. Exceptions. Applying creams and lotions for medical purposes. Jewish. That's Jewish. But my ointments. Okay. All right. Just no Levino. Such as rash cream or Vaseline for chapped lips is generally permitted. This gets more and more Jewish somehow. At first it was gross. Now it's more Jewish. I'm not calling the. I would not say that is the way the distincting characteristic of the guys. Not at all. Bitchy, I would say. Whiny, maybe. The prohibition is primarily about pleasure. Anointing to remove sweat or for beautification is also forbidden. Fucking, this is America, dog. We got almost topless women on Budweiser posters. This is America. Fasting, anointing, bathing, leather. What is with the whole leather shit? I don't get that. We don't kill animals. I know. You guys aren't known for hunting. Jesus Christ. What? Can you wear pleather? Huh? A more affordable leather can you wear? Does it still count if it's the cheaper option? I feel like that's a relevant question on a Jewish holiday. No, you generally cannot wear leather shoes on Yom Kippur. What about pleather? Well, I tell you what, not a whole lot of leather wearing here in the States, unless you're in like Texas. Let me know in the comments if there's a more like not more leather wearing people. I'm staying away from you. But outside of Texas, I really don't know. I don't know. Maybe Arizona, maybe New Mexico. It's not Minnesota. I can promise you that. Not a lot of leather curers out there in Minnesota. Comment if I'm wrong. Obviously, I'm just talking the shit over here. No idea. I got no idea. Okay? About to get stupid with this Tylenol. I'm getting a headache right now. You know, honestly, they kind of taste similar. The Buzzball and Red Bull, little similar. Not a good alcohol taste, but you're buying a sphere of plastic. I mean, even the top is plastic. You try to make it look like aluminum. I don't believe that it is. That's the thinnest aluminum ever. In 25 years' time, I'm assuming the Yom Kippur is going to be abstaining from hip hop music as well. That's just J-word shit. That's, things that are inappropriate in hip hop will be like, there's classic rock, so there'll be like classic rap, if you'll call it that. And I bet you it's just added. It's just snuck into the good book or something. One of those little laws, one of those zany, one of those cool little pure rules. What should be in there is no listening to JoJo Siwa. Maybe stoning JoJo Siwa. Ritual sacrifice of JoJo. That's good. Listen, some people shouldn't be doing music. I don't think she did music from the jump. Somebody that also shouldn't be doing music is Chanel West Coast. I found out. I don't know why I care. I don't know why I care. It's one of those things that I see that upsets me, and I go, Goose, what are you so fucking upset about? Has nothing to do with you. And I go, this bitch takes a couple dodgeballs to the fucking mouth and thinks that she can do whatever she wants. You can't. Listen, you were on an MTV show, okay? It makes sense that you would take balls to the mouth. It makes sense that you would be on the cover of Maxim magazine, okay? It makes sense that you would be like a clerical worker for some bullshit called a fantasy factory. Okay? You're basically taking calls for Build-A-Bear Workshop. You're not a person at this point. You barely have a job at this point. But because you're overpaid, everybody looks at you and goes, well, she's a rich idiot, isn't she? And that's one of the worst things I've ever heard. I've heard it about Donald Trump. I've heard it about so many fucking people. Well, they're a rich idiot. I don't fucking care. They're rich because you're an idiot. I have blamed the audience for absolutely everything that has gone wrong with America. Have I not? Am I not being consistent? Am I not being consistent? Notice that wasn't one of the things that I'm apologizing for on Yom Kippur. Okay? You guys are dumbasses. Okay? I am too. I am not making myself superior at all. You have watched me read. In no way do I feel fit to call myself superior to any of you guys. But what the fuck, dude? Look at what we're doing. Look at who we're making famous. Look who, and you know what? I'm starting to believe more and more that absolutely just about everybody is a industry plant. Not comics. Comics had to do work. Actors, it's fucking 50-50. But these influencer people, these guys that were put on MTV, these guys, and she's standing in front of an iHeartRadio and a Fox, the little thing. What do you call that? It's just like a backdrop thing when you're walking the red carpet and shit like that. And it says Fox and it says iHeartRadio. She is not an actor. She is not a fucking musician. She should not have music. She led a very uninteresting, unremarkable, annoying rap career that nobody gave a shit about. And it was fine when nobody was giving a shit about it. It was funny when you called somebody Chanel West Coast when they rapped like shit and were a white woman. It was very funny. But when she goes, you know what? I put out one country song and everybody went crazy. I had not heard of it until I heard it from her mouth that she did a country song. Of course I looked it up. Of course I listened to it. Of course it's dog shit. Your boy knows country music, okay? Your boy knows hip hop. Your boy knows country music. come to me, okay? When something's trash, I'll tell you. It's pretty plain cut what I think is hot fucking garbage, okay? And I don't know who started this trend. Tim McGraw? Of everybody thinking that they can do country music. And now, since Beyonce did it, people have bought a lottery ticket by putting out a country album or a country song and seeing if it fucking hit. You know who did it right? Post Malone. Post Malone made a decent country album. Of course it's a little poppy. Of course there's songs that are not country music on there. And I'm sure he would admit that. Post Malone would say that. Yeah, I didn't think it was very country either. Yeah, we're not putting that on the pod. First of all, it's going to be copyright infringement. Secondly, I don't want people to hear this shit. I don't want people to. I don't want to be the guy that has to subject these people to this. If you have not listened to Chanel West Coast's country song, for the love of Christ, don't. The only thing that I can think of is that it's some kind of part of a satanic ritual or MK Ultra sacrifice that you don't. If you hear, I'm afraid it's going to trigger your Russia intelligence, American intelligence, Israel, just your spy training is going to kick in if you hear this dog shit about, I'm a little bit country. She acknowledges that she's from Hollywood. She grew up in Hollywood. I looked this bitch up. I already did my research, okay? She did fucking, when she was a kid, she did summers between Ohio. Get ready for this. Grew up in Hollywood, okay? Her summers, because of a divorce or something, were split up between Ohio because of her mom's family or New York. Some people have absolutely no business making country albums. You're hardly from anywhere. None of these places are real. None of these places are real. If you're in New York, you could do blues, maybe. You could do some blues if you're in New York. If you're in Hollywood, go fuck yourself. Don't do anything. Don't do anything but go to acting auditions. You go to some auditions, and they tell you, you know what, we'll give you a call, and you never hear back from them. And you'll never hear back from them. You will never hear back from them. Even when you make claims that they sexually assaulted you, you'll never hear back from these people. Okay? We're talking about places that are not real. And if you are not from somewhere like Hollywood, like LA, then you do not understand. You're not going to understand the culture. New York is straight up melting pot. I'll trust a New Yorker. I shouldn't, but I will. Because those are real people. You understand? Do you understand? But because I didn't want to put any money in the honeypot of your fucking influencer tea pyramid scheme, okay, you're probably gonna exile me from Hollywood. I want nothing to do with it. Most of California, most of the things that come out of California at this point, besides comedy, are hot shit. They're nothing. Okay? You got a bunch of skaters and shit who are not known for their intelligence, but at least that contributes to something. These surfers, they contribute to something. The people that everybody really typically ended up not, trusting the brains of, and sure, maybe they're perma-fried. Sure, maybe they got like real fucking drug problems. I like those guys. I like them. Okay? They're not in fentanyl camps. Okay? They're not in Camp City. All right? They're not waiting for somebody from the fucking methadone clinic to come around their block, because these guys are not figuring that you remember what day it is or the hour of the day you're waking up at sundown. You can't tell. You don't know fucking east from west at this point. Okay? I don't trust these people. It's either the real like scumbags and like real scumbags, not like millionaire slugs. I don't trust these people. The drug addicts, I'll trust them. But the drug addicts, stay away. The people who want your bike, okay? Any normal person is going to appreciate that they probably can't get any benefit out of your bike, okay? Chain falls off all the time. I'm supposed to get my daughter to school with this thing? I'm not stealing that piece of shit, okay? Quit clutching your pearls, Brandon. I don't want your fucking Huffy. All right? Fucking gaybos, dude. It's the same thing with like the rappers using hard R's. We got Kanye, we got Young Thug using hard R's in their songs. I'm like, dude, you're not being edgy. Like the first guy that did that, the first guy that was doing that was super famous, said he was a Nazi. Now, when a black guy says a hard R in a song, I'm kind of looking at him like a fucking Nazi. It's weird. It's weird. I'll admit that. But that's all I'm thinking, and not like in a fun anti-Semitic way, Nazi. Not like a real a Nazi, you know, not in a fun Jew hating way. It could be charming at a certain point. You know what I mean? Not the way these guys are doing it. You go, ooh. You go, hey, man, calm down. What are you doing? Guys, we got enough problems right now, okay? We're about to go into fucking World War III. This is a real... I don't know if you're hearing what's going on. I don't know if you understand. We got bigger things to worry about than people being fucking zany, okay? The UK now has a mandatory digital ID to work in England. In England or in the UK? I'm not sure. I know that I'm usually doing fun-loving, very, wholesome, heroic tales and stories about, couples selling their baby for $1,000 at a six-pack. But like it's on my bingo card. It's on my bingo card for real. This is on my fucking bingo card. We have way too much going on. We have way too many cookies that are crumbling. Okay? To be worried about, whatever your brain went to, okay? It's silly. It's silly. It's vanity. It doesn't actually matter. If there's one time I'm hoping to Christ that British people hold it down, it's right now. You got a mandatory digital ID to work in the UK. Which, I don't know if you've, been a fan of dystopian future novels and movies and such. But these are, the ones that aren't believable now. The ones that, were believable for a while were, Fahrenheit 451. My favorite. Shout out, honestly. Where they were burning books. And it was you could see that. It's been a long time that you can see that happening. A long time. Where they were it wasn't just rich people reading books, Books have been around for a fucking minute. And you're like, yeah, that's a little more believable. But these cameras scanning everybody's faces as they pass by, and you're able to pull up their digital footprint because it's just everybody has accepted this. Sounds like fucking absolute science fiction. Immigration enforcement. Does it have to do with immigration enforcement? Listen. Shout out Lily Phillips, okay? Maybe these are the people behind why her project didn't pan out the way that it was supposed to in the first place, okay? The woman that was having sex with 1,000 men in a day, that plan was foiled. This fun-loving, athletic plan was foiled because of an immigration policy in the UK. But this kind of they live shit going on, the people in Madagascar, the people in France, the people in Nepal are not monsters. That's just people holding it the fuck down. And if you want to sit there and listen to, you know, Pierce Morgan or whatever half a fucking gay-bo it is that you're listening to now, tell you from a comfortable studio with lights on him and makeup, wearing a suit, if you're trusting him to tell you who the animals are, just stay home, baby. Just stay home, dog. You do not want to be out there, okay? Because you're going to get killed for trying to hit a guy with a mohawk with a hammer, and you're going to get put down. London, especially. British citizens and Parliament residents will have to produce a mandatory digital identification card in order to work. The government announced Friday reviving an idea that has long been controversial in the UK. See, so this is like cell phones came from Star Trek. It's been talked about for a long time. Don't be an idiot. Like this actually is how stupid reality is. This actually is how dumb reality is. We're like, yeah, we thought about that whole cell phone thing and video conversations since Star Trek, and they're like, nah. And then it happens, and you're like, well, yeah, that was bound to happen. Can we not be simple? The government says the plan will help reduce unauthorized immigration by making it harder for people to work in the underground economy. It says it will also make it simpler for people to access healthcare, welfare, childcare, and other public services. It'll make it tougher to work illegally in this country, making our borders more secure. God, and you just, it's 4 hour safety every time. These people in suits. I don't know. And listen, I understand that maybe they actually do have a problem at this point. They have something crazy going on where it's like, is it Indians or is it, who is it that their like immigration policy, like flooded one country's people. It was one country's people that like basically flooded the UK, and now they own most of the businesses there. Sounds right. Sounds fucking right. I mean, not to say anybody's in the wrong or in the right, but when you listen to fucking Suits, and it's the same kind of people are the reason people fled from one country to another. It's Suits. In no way am I going, yeah, they're smelly, get them out of here. That's fucking crazy. British Indians, numbering over 2 million and forming the UK's largest ethnic minority, have deep historical ties. Well, yeah, they were. It was like the British something of India way back when. You know, in the movies they got like whips and fancy hats. Deep historical ties to the UK due to the former British Empire, and Commonwealth. While many British-born immigration from India remains significant, with Indians constituting the largest group of migrants in the UK from 2023 to work and study. Yeah. Community is ethnically diverse, with Punjabi and Gujarati origins being most prominent, and they are a significant presence in sector National Health Service and IT. They're known for that, though, no? My son will practice medicine no matter what. Not like my daughter's the comedian. So funny. Britain has not had compulsory identity cards for ordinary citizens since shortly after World War II. See, and a lot of these things that haven't happened since fucking World War II make me a little jumpy. Is that weird? I'm sorry. They make me a little fucking skittish. I don't think that's weird at all. I don't think that's weird at all. There's always been this feeling that Britain is not a so-called papers, please society. In contrast, first of all, say that with an English accent. Papers, please. Sounds exactly like where you're going to hear that. It sounds exactly like you're not on the list. Sorry. List is long going. List has been going on since 1999. All right. So you're on the list for Tylenol consumption. You've got autism, ma'am. Yeah, we're going to war. It's happening. Whether we like it or not, it's okay. It's all right. One place I'm pretty sure is going to be totally fine because they have successfully minded their own fucking business for a long time, from what I understand. Scotland has been hit with a scandal, absolute athletic scandal. These people, stone skipping, apparently is on their equivalent of ESPN. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. That sounded like something that would be here. Stone skipping sounds like something that would have been like Idaho. All right? Idaho's got all the lakes, right? Land of 1,000 lakes or whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember. Is it where the Lakers came from? Listen, I don't know my lakes, okay? What I do know, stone skipping. That's why I thought it would be a very... Finland. All right, there's a state with a whole bunch of lakes that maybe I'm getting the nickname wrong of. Finland's not included in this, although I'm sure they're runner-up. It's like America and Brazil with bull riding. Finland and Scotland with stone skipping, okay? They say, skip the rock around the world. It didn't stop skipping. These guys very serious about their stone skipping sport. Is that a tool of measurement for what stones can be used and what stones cannot be used? Mm-hmm. Wow. Fuck, how English is that? You see, there are a lot of the same. It's just I think Scotland is like 5,000 years away from needing a digital identification card in order to work. If I can say that. Yet another scandal. What? Yet another? Oh, we need to get into this. Pickleball and stone skipping has got to be probably, I mean, that's got to be on our card here. Yet another scandal has been reported in the international sports world earlier this month. Over 2,200 people traveled from 27 countries to the car-free island. I mean, fuck, man. 5,000 years sounds right. Of Eastdale, off Scotland's western coast in the annual World Stone Skimming Competition. See, they call it skimming there. Held nearly every year since 1983, I'm pretty sure they were trying to say. The contest invites participants, to test their skills in the, quote, world's first dedicated stone skimming arena, a slate quarry that flooded in 1881. Oh, that sounds actually kind of cool.
A quarry.
So this guy, Tossmaster, judges soon heard rumors and murmurings. That's a lot of M-U-R. Dude, M-U-R you read from afar. All bad. I'm pretty sure that's a Scottish saying. Rumors and murmurings of some nefarious deeds. Ooh, the crowd says. BBC Radio's Good Morning Scotland, that there was a bit of stone doctoring. Are there machines to be skimming these stones down? First of all, Tossmaster. I mean, I had to move counties because a bunch of people kept calling my mom the Tossmaster. That's a horrible nickname. Guys, stop. As soon as you tell them no, they'll never stop. They'll never stop. All these murmurings and rumors. Huh? Something was afoot. Unlike the unaltered skimming stones, the stones selections in question appeared to have been ground into more circular shapes in the hopes of improving their bounce potential. Is there a whole science behind this, or do they just talk about like Thor and Odin? Speaking with Popular Science, is that a magazine that they have? Popular Science? That sounds like an American thing, Popular Science, because apparently it's just open to interpretation here in America. Matthews, who has also served as a competition organizer for the past 3 years, says the discovery was a first for the championship, which also serves as a charity event for local organizations. Well, I mean, a Haas a Haas 3-axis machine is probably a UFO to these guys. I mean, when you bring in camera crews to film their stone skimming competition, they all tell each other, don't look it in the eye. Don't look it in the eye. Don't. It'll take your soul. Like they're indigenous or something. They basically are. Are there flights out? Or do you have to swim across the pond to get to one of those flying things? We love Scotland, dude. I'm sorry, but you guys are where to go if you want to go 300 years in the past.
Yep.
They got color TV there. Like, it's so silly. The would-be cheaters, caught before the act, admitted to the scheme. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Dad. By the show of hands, and apologized for their misdeeds after the judges raised their suspicions. Who was going, those stones don't sound right. You just got a pocket full of stones there that sound like vitamins. That almost turned Jamaican somehow. When the investigators concluded the remaining competitors took to the water's edge and aimed for greatness. From there, stone skipping becomes a fine art, such as a science. I mean, look, I'll check out some highlights, but like, I mean, you have to understand that this is like upsetting. This is like the equivalent of cornhole being on ESPN, which was joked about in Dodgeball, I'm pretty sure. The movie. Dodgeball, I'm almost positive, has already been on ESPN. Sorry, guys. I'm just all hopped up on some sugar-free Red Bull. Champion stone skimmer showing off. No. No, what the fuck was that? Like, sure, it took forever to hit the water. Okay. Wow. That made it like all the way. Jesus. Okay, these people see, and this is why I talk my shit, because they obviously have nothing else to do. These are people living like they'd been bombed for the past 100 years. Stone Age. How depressing is that site, by the way? I don't think that made it anywhere. Yeah, guys, look. Time. Guys, I mean, we give our love to Scotland, right? And I don't know if that puts us in bad standings with Ireland. We love all of them. Maybe except the UK. Are they part of the UK? Maybe except like England, like Liverpool, like those guys. And hey, I've never been. It could be the shit. They'd probably love me over there. They'd probably get a real belly laugh out of me, huh? Drinking with the gander over there. I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would. I'm like pretty fun to be around, so I can't see why why nobody but Albuquerque would want me. I we do our best to be non-biased, but some places fuck and some others don't. Okay? Some places are just doing a bunch of gaybo shit. I don't think Scotland is one of them. I think Scotland is very charming. Them and their stone skipping competition is very charming. Okay? I'll say that. These guys that are going out and put the flattest rock they can over the belly of a lake that hasn't been touched in 3 years. It's very charming. It's admirable almost. I consider that this is where all the Edgar Allan Poe poems took place. Like a gray sky and a black crow with red eyes and darkness everywhere. It rained most days. Scotland. Okay? I'll go. But like Australia, I'll go. I'm not considering moving there at all. No fucking way. I don't know what their soups and sides rate is in Scotland, and maybe I'm wrong, but I've never heard anything about the sunshine there. Okay? Iceland has great sun. Never heard anything like that about Ireland, Scotland, UK, none of them. And there's like dinosaurs and monsters in Australia. So both of those are kind of a no for me. Okay? No, we don't get too many natural things going on here in America, which is one reason to fuck with anybody that's not white. Because then your mom feeds you Tylenol from age 0 and up, and you got, a little bit of a lisp or whatever. And, they don't want you watching radio because then they cry harder than they used to. Whatever. Okay? We don't have a lot of natural things going on here. It's because white women are stupid. Not a lot of natural remedies for white women. They were just accepting of the housewife status for a long time. And they were doing the silly things, They were making boxed mashed potatoes and baking with condensed milk all the time. And they would put on their aerobics videos and go, I'm getting just as much of a workout as Tommy does down at the plant, but I'm doing it from inside my home. And, they're watching fucking the Jetsons, and I can't wait until all I have to eat is a pill. Now it is. This is the future. Here we are, guys. This is the fucking future that you wanted, okay? And then you gave all your fucking kids these toy workshops and kitchens so that you could go play all these useful things and pretend that you're useful, and they learn fucking nothing, so you raise idiots. And then when they grow up, you go, you're ungrateful and you're stupid. And you're like, you're a problem. You're a problem, Mom. You were addicted to Vicodin throughout my whole childhood. You didn't notice if I learned anything or not, for Christ's sake. I was watching that little shit Caillou. The little Nazi. All right? No wonder I didn't learn anything. Mom took naps all day because Dad was at the plant. Okay? This is America in a nutshell. And then we got some fucking actual guy with a worm in his brain telling us that Tylenol is turning these kids into fucking radio. Not Forrest Gump, but I Am Sam and radio. Okay? That's your fault. It's your fault that you wanted medicine to be as easy as possible. But go ahead and, thank God the neighborhood isn't full of Mexicans that use natural treatments and black people. Good Lord. Sorry, I don't know where I'm going with all that one. We're going to war and we're all going to die, and it's all because of white people. I'm a self-hating guy. I'm a self-hating white. And I think that's fine. And I think that's what Yom Kippur is for this year, huh? Sorry. I'm an apologetic white. I wish I wasn't. That's why. I'm self-hating, not apologetic. I'll say cool words to you, and I'll do it next week as well. Guys, thank you very much for watching the episodes. Give us a little like on whatever. Watch us on YouTube's, the Spotify's, the rate, the review, and the subscribe, and follow us on all the socials, Gonzo, Gaspacho, Unremarkable.pod. Do the hitting us up. Let us know any drink recommendations for November, maybe, that you would want me to review, and any topics you want me to talk about. If you want to hear old P-Pop bitch on about. Rest assured, next week we're going to be right back here, kissing some titties, signing some babies, shaking some hands. Miss me?